Hey guys, whoever's watching this, thank you for watching. But this is about my first deployment in Europe, and I just wanted to give a quick recap on my journey here so far. So the flight that I originally took to get here, that was interesting because it took about 4 days to actually get on the plane. So the way it worked was that we woke up, grabbed our bags, put them on a container, and then we drove to the airfield at Fort Campbell. So when we got to the airfield, what happened was that the plane got a leak, and then after that, we had to stay there for almost the entire night because we thought that it was going to get fixed. But who we knew, it didn't. So we basically slept there the whole day, the whole night, just for this problem to get worse. Because it's actually kind of funny because what happened was also the air crew for the plane, they got arrested because their escort for the airline to get them from off base to on post to the airfield, he had a concealed weapon, and it was not registered to Fort Campbell's armory. So he got arrested. So did everyone else in his car. So we had to come back to the barracks, spend one more night. Then finally, we came back the next day, and what happened was that everything went well until the food for the plane got bad, because it was just sitting there the whole day without any protection from it. So yeah, that happened. Basically, long story short, it took a while to get onto the plane, but we actually got onto the plane eventually. And I was talking to my girlfriend, my mom, my dad, and a little bit to my best friend Matt about the whole journey at that point. They thought it was unreal, and I couldn't believe it was real either. But honestly, it was a learning experience about patience. But I also got to talk to my girlfriend a bit more. That's going well. I just can't wait to see how far that goes, and hopefully it goes further than my past relationships. Anyway, back to the deployment. We got on the plane. It was about a 8 to 9 hour drive to, or not drive, a flight to Europe. And we landed in Rzeszów, I believe it's Rzeszów, Poland, to get our bags, organize it by company order. And we drove 6 hours to Torun, and we went to a place called a TOS, which is a FOSS, my bad, FOSS, Forward Operating Site. So the difference between a FOSS and a FOB is used more into active combat zones, while a FOSS is more of a site where you will put your troops waiting to be stationed to other places in Europe, or wherever the FOSS is in, like whatever continent. And basically it holds all military vehicles, military personnel, chain command, basically trying to get organized all those units from the States to Europe and get them to where they need to go. So I didn't learn this till we got here. We were told that we were going to be going to Germany. And technically at this point, you guys should not know what this is, but I'm going to say it because I don't care. I do care, but if I'm going to be able to watch this when I get out of the army or after this deployment, I want to be able to say I did this. So our mission here is basically to train the Ukrainians, the Ukrainian army, Ukrainian militia forces, all of them, to be more strategic, have more leadership in their ranks, and to be able to repel off the Russian forces currently occupying Ukraine at this time of March 29th, 2023. Hopefully later on when I do more videos, we have currently repelled these forces from, not us, but them, the Ukrainian military. They have been able to repel Russian forces from the land. I don't know. But this mission is really important because all the training that I will be able to teach my comrades, my NCOs, my officers here, we will be the deciding factor whether Ukrainian soldiers get to go home to their families and get to live and to repel Russian forces from their land. And I've been keeping up with this ever since it came February 24th, 2023, 2022, my bad, was the initial invasion of Ukraine. They've been always occupying Crimea since 2012, my bad. They have been occupying some of Ukraine at that point, and they've just been terrorizing, but they kind of annoying Ukraine with all these threats of invasion, and it happened. But now we're about a year into this war, a little bit over a year, and so far Russia has not been able to grasp even half of Ukraine, which statistically they thought it would all be taken over in like a couple days. I thought so too. I was one of those people, but we were wrong. And so far, Ukraine's been holding up the fight, seriously kicking ass, and I really can't wait to see how far this goes, and hopefully Ukraine will win, and Russia, that will be up to fate, and the fate of Russia will be up to the people. Anyway, off of that topic, my time in Poland was very brief, but it wasn't the best time due to me being a new private in Alpha or Able Company 1506 Infantry Battalion in 1st Brigade. So basically, as a new private, you're basically still in training. You're not really technically fully an infantryman. You think you are because you turn blue and all that good stuff. You completed basic training, but that's not the case. The way you become experienced is to be able to be challenged, to take those challenges, fight with yourself to whether continue or not, and if you continue, you will take those challenges and you will use them against other challenges that you'll come in the future, which will allow you to make the difficult situations on the battlefield a lot easier to process, and able to choose quickly, and decisive decisions will be easier because you've been in harsh environments, or you've been in harsh decision makings because you've been pushed by your NCOs, your platoon sergeants, team leaders, squad leaders, all those good jazz. And what's the best thing about this platoon is that those that are specialists, or even PFCs, my rank, that I am a PFC at this point in time, even the PFCs, I've been here for about 3 to 4 months and above, they've taken on these leadership roles. They've helped me get used to the platoon, get introduced to the platoon, how it runs. I've always told this myself, don't take anything that they say to heart. They've been telling me that. They've been telling my battle boys that. That's good, because we're instilling. So what happened after turning blue, I got sent to Fort Campbell. Obviously, I got to my duty station. But the problem with that was when I first got there, all of a sudden, I'm telling I'm going to Europe the second I get there. I was originally supposed to be in 2nd Brigade. So 2nd Brigade at that point was still being transported back to the United States from their deployment from last July, in July 2022. And they had a 9-month deployment, and then we got told that we were going to Europe right after them. I didn't know this until I got there, and at reception, or the CALSU replacement company, they were telling pretty much everyone that was infantry combat roles. There's only like a few roles that weren't deployed. Anyone that was a non-combat role are still at Fort Campbell. But if you were a combat role, you're getting deployed. You're getting deployed, and you were also getting diverted to 1st Brigade, because that was the brigade currently on deployment. So, bottom line is, we already got deployed the second we got into the Army. It's pretty crazy. I've already heard stories about people from Afghanistan that did the same situation. They got deployed 2 weeks after basic training, so the second they got to their unit, boom, they were on a plane to Iraq, Afghanistan, wherever they were supposed to be. Honestly, I'm kind of blessed that I was not in that situation. I mean, I still would have served my duty and protect my loved ones and all that. I'm all about that. I want to protect my family, my friends. I want to be able to take on those difficult challenges and use them for my team's benefit, for my family's benefit, and for my own mental, physical benefits. But yeah, we got deployed. We were told we were getting deployed like that. So I was already instantly worried because I thought that I was going to get totally effed up because I was not really fully prepared because I just got out of basic. I thought I was going to be able to have a relaxing time. I did. I got to go to Nashville, the city next to Campbell. I got to go to Clarksville. I got to meet some new friends. I got to have some of my old buddies. My good friend Russell from Basic. He's still, fun fact, he's still back at Campbell because their battalion in our brigade have yet to be deployed. I don't know why, but they've been telling me and my friends that are in those battalions, they've been telling me that they're going to be deployed April 15th. And anyway, so they are still there. I am currently in Germany. A couple of them got sent to air assault school. One of them actually fell on the first day, which is kind of depressing. But, you know, it is what it is. We've had people, I've heard stories about people getting sent to airborne, or not, air assault school like 19 times. That's kind of sad, I know. But that ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna tell you that for sure. I'm gonna nail it on the first try, because that's who I am. I want it. If I want something, I want to try my best at it, mentally, physically, train for it every single day before it happens. And when I do it, it'll be like exactly how it was before, just training about it. Feels like training, like nothing. Next thing you know, I'll get my wings, I'll get my EIB. I heard rumors about Pathfinder being waived for E5s and below. So if that's possible, I'm totally gonna do that because I want to get stacked up. Because honestly, for me, that's really important. Like for the military, if you're badged up, have a lot of medals, and have a good rank, like it'll go a long way. You could literally do almost so much by just showing that you want to do these schools, you want to get these awards because you're committed, you want to get shit done, you want to get tasks done, no matter what the cost is for it, and you'll become better out of it, and you'll be more recognized as a leader in the military. Like even the lowest private, even the trainees that I used to be a trainee in Army Basic, in the Army. Now I'm just a private in the military, but I can already see myself already becoming a leader. And for those that are watching that know me personally, you know that I did ROTC in high school. So I was already trained in leadership roles, citizenship, and all that good stuff. For those that have been to my briefs, you know all the briefs I talked about when it comes to leadership, responsibility, integrity, selfless service that the ROTC program provided to me, and I still continue on with me. So I can't wait to see when I get sent to these schools what it'll be like after, because once you do EIB, you already get promoted. Like you already get promoted like that. So I'll be a specialist, the rank of a fucking junior NCO, because like in this platoon, if you're an E4, you're pretty much gonna be a team leader, guaranteed, like instantly. Currently, right now, we already have a lot of team leaders are NCO ranks, such as corporals and above. Corporals are NCOs, but they're E4s, so E4s are still kind of like a junior leader, but they have NCO authority, which is like they can make you do things that usually E4s can't. But anyway, I'm gonna probably wrap it up soon, but I'm gonna try to bring up a couple more things that I wanted to talk about personally. When I first got to the platoon, I was instantly like, fuck my life, I'm gonna hate this so much. It's gonna be the roughest 4 years of my life, until yesterday. So yesterday we had a little circle go on. We were talking about, it was basically an open door. And for those that done like open door meetings, basically it means like no matter what position you are, rank, age, was like anything, out the door. You're all the same human beings. You're all just talking. We got to talk to our NCOs, and we got to bring up some things that we would like to see happen, how we think about the platoon so far, the leadership, how we think they are as a person. Honestly, I thought one of the NCOs were just a complete shitbag because he was so rude. He was so mean, made me do so much shit, such a hard ass. But once that happened, also days before that, before we got to hear, he would say like, "Good job," and like, "You're doing really good, keep it up," well, and all that. Which, like, even the little things like that, it really boosts my day. It makes me wanna do more things here, and not really want to worry as much to do, being perfect, because you're never going to be perfect. You have to fail in order to be better, to become better, to be better, to show that you care. Failure means that you try and try again. If you try again with all your might, you're going to succeed. Whether it's by yourself or they will assist you, either way, you'll become better with the failures. So that's what we were talking about, is how, like, our PSG talked to us a little bit after the NCOs talked to us. Our platoon sergeant came up and he was like, he wants his leaders to fail. He wants the squad leaders, which are like almost one level below him, and then the team leaders, which are like 2 levels below him, and the squad leaders and team leaders are all NCOs, or like sergeants or staff sergeants. Either way, anyway, basically he wants us to fail, because it will allow us to become better as people. And in life, you're gonna fail no matter what career you're in. Even if I was not in the Army, I knew I was gonna fail at something. But it's whether you keep trying and whether you use that failure to make yourself better for the future. So like in a scenario where we're out in the woods, we're on a patrol base, something happens to one of our teammates, our squad leader needs to fix it, but he doesn't know the answer for it or how to do it. He walks up to PSG, platoon sergeant, he asks him, he's like, okay, and like, he won't help him because he needs to be able to know how to do it, because squad leaders are the rank below a PSG, and usually they will become a PSG eventually. So they need to be able to do stuff that usually they would be able to ask. But when you become a PSG, you're supposed to be all knowing. You're supposed to know how to say, like, figure out these problems. So key thing is that failure is the best thing that can happen to anyone. You learn from your failures and your victories, for sure, because you just can fix them easily, whether it's with your team, yourself, or it's something else. Either way, failure here will make me better, because like, I failed before, and sometimes I've taken it to heart. I've taken it too seriously. But if you fix it or attempt to fix it, at least try to fix it, at least you're doing something rather than nothing. Because doing something will always give you something to do, give you something to look forward to make yourself better. So sorry for getting a little bit philosophical right there. But anyway, back to my experience here so far. Poland, it didn't snow at all. It was a little bit chilly. Honestly, it was pretty much the same temperature as Fort Campbell, and eventually I'll make a video about how Fort Campbell is. That's going to be a different topic, but this is strictly for deployment only. Basically, it's kind of like Fort Campbell. It doesn't snow in Fort Campbell, at least not that I know of, but I'll figure that out when I get home, because when I get home, it's going to be around Thanksgiving, Christmas time, so that'll be nice to hear about. But anyway, so far, as my first video, I really hope you guys like the experience I've experienced so far. So far, Germany has been great to me. The barracks could be a little bit better, but it's better than being in a bay full of 50 guys. If for those that were reading my basic training novel, you guys can know eventually what that's all about. I'll probably do a read aloud of my notebook so that you guys can know what it's like but I'm definitely going to try to keep doing these videos because I feel like, actually my dad, Mike Welts, he brought this up to me about how doing videos, because those ones really kind of show you as a person what it's going to be like here, and it's like real, like it's actually happening. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the little introduction to this video. I'm going to do another one tomorrow, or maybe a couple days when we actually start doing things, because tomorrow's going to pretty much be the same as today, which was PX round, getting ready for the training of the Ukrainians. But anyways, thank you for watching and listening in, and I can't wait to do more of these videos. Definitely tune in for that. Eventually this will go public. Right now it's going to be private, but eventually they're going to go public so that the world can see and really enjoy the story I'm going to be telling for the next 8 to 9 months. Anyway, thank you for watching. To my dad, thank you for bringing this up. This is a really good thing. It allows me to express myself, and I cannot wait to see how far this goes. Anyway, thank you for watching. Later.